Assalamu alaikum, I'm Aisha and you're watching Samaa News. Here are today's headlines. USN and Iranian forces have clashed in the Gulf, and the UAE came under renewed attack, endangering a month-old ceasefire and shaking hopes for a diplomatic solution to the crisis. US President Donald Trump said 3 US Navy destroyers were attacked as they moved through the strait. He said there was no damage to the destroyers, but great damage done to the Iranian attackers. Trump later told reporters the ceasefire was still in effect. Iran's top joint military command accused the US of violating the ceasefire by targeting an Iranian oil tanker and another ship, and of carrying out air attacks on civilian areas on Qeshm Island in the Strait of Hormuz and nearby coastal areas. US military naval units operating near the Strait of Hormuz have come under Iranian missile fire after the US military allegedly attacked an Iranian oil tanker. Iranian state media claimed US vessels were forced to retreat after sustaining damage. Iran's semi-official news agency reported that 3 US destroyers near the Strait of Hormuz were targeted by the Iranian Navy. US CENTCOM said Iranian forces launched multiple missiles, drones and small boats as the USS Truxtun, USS Rafael Peralta and USS Mason transited the Strait of Hormuz toward the Gulf of Oman. It said no US assets were struck. The US military has carried out strikes on Iran's Qeshm port and Bandar Abbas. A Fox News reporter, citing a senior US official, said the strikes did not mean the war was restarting or that the April 7th ceasefire had ended. The Fars news agency said residents heard multiple blasts near Bandar Abbas, though the exact source and location remained unclear. It later reported that parts of the commercial section of Bahman Pier were hit during what it described as an exchange of fire between Iranian armed forces and enemy forces. Meanwhile, Iran has seized the oil tanker Ocean Koi in the Gulf of Oman over an alleged attempt to disrupt Iran's oil exports. Iranian state media said the Barbados-flagged tanker was carrying Iranian oil and was trying to harm and disrupt oil exports by exploiting regional conditions. According to state media, the oil tanker, which has been under US sanctions since February, was escorted to the southern coast of Iran and handed over to the judicial authorities. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has said that there is no immunity for Israel's enemies, a day after the Israeli military targeted a Hezbollah commander in its first strike on Beirut's southern suburbs since a ceasefire declared last month. Israel said the attack killed the commander of the Iran-backed group's elite Radwan force. Netanyahu said the Hezbollah commander, identified as Ahmed Ali Balut by the Israeli military, thought he could continue to direct attacks against our forces and our communities from his secret terrorist headquarters in Beirut. British Prime Minister Keir Starmer has vowed to fight on to deliver on his promise to bring change to Britain after his Labour Party suffered heavy losses in local elections that deepened doubts over his ability to govern. Just under 2 years after winning a landslide national election, Starmer saw voters punish his Labour government, dealing it a blow in some of its traditional strongholds in former industrial regions in central and northern England. The main beneficiary was the populist Reform UK party, which gained more than 350 council seats in England and could form the main opposition in Scotland and Wales to the pro-independence Scottish National Party and Plaid Cymru in results later on Friday. That's all for now. For more updates, visit www.samaa.tv. Thank you for watching Samaa News.